After finishing the shareholders' meeting and just about to leave work, my secretary handed me an invitation. The names printed on the invitation were those of my fiancé, Michael Chen, and Lisa Lin, my college class monitor. The date was today. Just then, the college classmate group chat I hadn't opened in 3 years suddenly bombarded me with pop-ups. At mention messages flooding in non-stop. Emma Johnson, you're not coming to the class monitor's wedding today? Who do you think you are? Only then did I realize Lisa Lin was getting married today. Everyone else in the class had shown up except me. Sorry. I'm swamped with work and can't make it. Thinking we weren't that close, I politely declined. Come on. With that lousy job of yours. Working all day only gets you $3,000 a month. Right? You're so stubborn. If you're afraid of embarrassment, just say so. The world doesn't stop spinning without you. As soon as my message went out, I was bombarded with attacks from the group. What? Afraid I'll mooch off your gift money? Lisa Lin mentioned me then. I really don't care about your $200. After all, that's days of your hard-earned money. Not easy. Huh? She kept sneering at me. Right. The campus heartthrob you pestered but couldn't get is now my husband. I bet you dare not come to my wedding. She followed this with several sunglasses emojis. I frowned. Is that so? My college life had been plain, and I'd never actively pursued anyone. Oh, playing amnesia now? Lisa retorted sarcastically and sent a wedding photo. Open your nearsighted eyes and take a good look. When I saw the photo, I froze. The groom in the white wedding dress looked exactly like the man in the engagement photo on my desk. I instantly sat up straight. The man I'd gotten engaged to last month had married Lisa Lin instead. As my mind raced, the group chat continued to explode. Not talking? Went mute? Don't tell me you're crying in silence because the class monitor's husband is your dream guy? Shoo! Don't expose her. Michael Chen isn't just the old campus heartthrob, he's the CEO of Huaxin Group now. Right. He even gave the class monitor a luxury condo in the downtown area and a Rolls-Royce as a pre-wedding gift. I was stunned. Just as I was about to message Lisa to confront her, she surprisingly played the good guy and spoke up for me. Emma, even though you're not doing so well, we're still classmates. If you come to my wedding, I can ask Michael to arrange a janitor job for you. How about that? Working as a janitor at Huaxin Group pays $5,000 a month. That's better than your lousy job, right? Sure, I replied. Then turned off my phone. Honey, I made you brown sugar water. You've been working overtime during your period. Don't overwork yourself. Drink some brown sugar water to replenish yourself. Michael placed the syrup in front of me. Seeing my cold gaze, he looked confused. What's wrong? I glanced at him expressionlessly and shook my head. Nothing. You can go now. I have things to handle. Take care and don't overwork. Oh, right. Honey, I need to go back to the countryside for a few days to take care of some family matters. He walked up to me, leaned down to kiss my cheek, smiled brightly, and left my office. CEO of Huaxin Group. Huh? Watching him close the door, I fell into thought. Michael and I had known each other for 3 years. Officially started dating a year ago, and got engaged a month ago. This past year, he'd taken meticulous care of me. He'd bring hot towels when I worked overtime late, give me massages, and make brown sugar water during my period. When I traveled for work, he'd pack my clothes for me. Looking back, the little details were always touching. But now, the bowl of brown sugar water and the engagement photo in front of me made me feel ridiculous. I grabbed my phone, scrolled up quickly, found the wedding venue Lisa had posted in the group chat, and asked the driver to take me there. A block away, A huge red banner hung at the entrance of the hotel Lisa had booked. Eye-catching. Congratulations to Michael Chen, CEO of Huaxin Group, on his happy wedding. Beneath the banner, Lisa stood in a white wedding dress. Makeup perfect. Eagerly awaiting the bride. Note, likely a typo in original, she is the bride. Surrounding her were college classmates flattering her. Sis Lisa, you're the most successful in our class. Mr. Chen is the CEO of Huaxin Group. You managed to win over such a big shot, amazing. Yeah. Class monitor. You hit it too well. You didn't tell us sisters until you got married. Sis Lisa. With your ability, Huaxin Group will be yours sooner or later. Don't forget us old classmates then. I even saw the college counselor pushing forward with a beaming face. Little Lisa. When you first entered college, I said you should be the class monitor. My judgment was spot on. You're now the most successful in our class. The flattery made me sick. But Lisa seemed to enjoy it. Grinning from ear to ear. Where? It's all thanks to your guidance, counselor. As Lisa responded, my car approached. Watching them flatter her through the car window, I couldn't help but recall the first time I met Michael. Back then, we weren't together yet. He was a salesperson at the company. Still awkward with social niceties. Every day he was bullied by senior colleagues, either on his way to apologize or getting scolded. I felt sorry for him, and since we were the same age and from the same school, I transferred him to be my assistant. To be honest, Michael wasn't great at work, but he had a good attitude and never made major mistakes. Over time, as his abilities grew, I entrusted him with key business operations. Unexpectedly, this man told Lisa everything in detail, even letting her use these business secrets as bragging rights. This made me angry and hurt. Hey, isn't that Emma Johnson? Did you rent a luxury car specially? At Lisa's wedding? What are you pretending to be? A phoenix? Aren't you embarrassed? Seeing me get out of the Porsche Panamera, several people around Lisa immediately started sneering at me. Once someone led the charge, others noticed me and joined in the mockery. Emma, the daily rent for this car must be 3 months of your salary. Right? Why bother? Lisa just stole your Prince Charming. Is that worth being so petty? Emma, we're classmates. Don't be mad, but you picked the wrong person to show off to. Sis Lisa's husband is the CEO of Huaxin Group. In other words, they were scolding me for not understanding the situation. My face cooled, and just as I was about to explain, Lisa pushed forward with raised eyebrows. Where'd you rent this car? It looks just like my husband's. Wait. The license plate is the same. The more Lisa looked, the more suspicious she got. Suddenly, she slapped me. Emma Johnson. You bitch. You're seducing my husband? No wonder Michael always says he's working overtime and doesn't come home. He's having an affair with you. You're such a piece of trash. How dare you steal Michael's car and use his driver to come to my wedding with him? Lisa grew angrier, and I was confused by her words and the slap. This had always been my personal business car, which I often lent to Michael for errands. When did it become his exclusive car? Sis Lisa. Mr. Chen can't be that kind of person, right? Could you have mistaken him? Some old classmates awkwardly tried to defuse the situation. How many times have I ridden in this car? Could I mistake it? Lisa angrily took out her phone and flipped through her photo album in front of everyone. They were all intimate photos of her and Michael. There were pictures of them kissing passionately in the driver's seat, and Lisa posing with Michael on the car hood. I even saw several explicit photos. The license plate and vehicle details confirmed that Michael had been using my car to cheat with Lisa. The onlookers couldn't stay calm anymore and started demanding justice for Lisa. Emma, explain yourself. From the start, I thought your face looked shady. Turns out you're rotten to the core. Seducing sis Lisa's husband? Lisa was also enraged, pointing at my nose. No wonder you were so reluctant to come to my wedding, you were afraid the truth would come out. You just can't stand to see me do well. So you had to come here and disgust me, right? Even the counselor glared at me in disgust. Emma Johnson. I'm ashamed that our school produced someone like you. Personal attacks came one after another. And some people raised their phones to film me while cursing. I shook my head with a cold laugh, picking up my knocked-off glasses. Distorting facts and confusing right and wrong, Lisa. This is who you are. Lisa resented this and pushed me hard. You stole my man and you're still in the right? You call me confused? You have no shame. Fine. Since you're so capable. Driving Michael's car here was clearly to humiliate me. Lisa rolled her eyes, sneered, took out her keys, and scratched the word slut on my Panamera's hood. Those 3 words stabbed my eyes and heart, making my tone turn icy. Can you afford the price of carving those 3 words? Lisa laughed angrily. Still being tough now? You're a crow trying to pretend like a phoenix. You dared to seduce my man, scratching your car is lenient. You should be grateful I didn't tear your filthy mouth apart. After speaking, Lisa raised her keys and charged at me with a ferocious expression, as if she really intended to tear my mouth open. No one tried to stop her. Instead, they intentionally surrounded me to let Lisa's keys reach my face. Seeing that she wasn't satisfied after hitting me, she turned around, found a brick, and smashed my car from the outside in. Among them, former classmates became her accomplices, especially those sycophants who smashed the hardest and most gleefully. With a bitch like Emma, we definitely can't let her bully our future female CEO, sis Lisa. After smashing the car and beating me, my face and body were soaked in sweat and their spit. The evening wind was strong, making my body cold, but not my heart. A car can be broken, but when it's time to compensate, I hope you can show the same fierceness you had when smashing it. Paw. Lisa spat on my collar. Who do you think you are? Talking as if this is your car. As she spoke, her eyes fell on the jade pendant I was wearing. Emma. You little bitch. You're imitating others by wearing a jade pendant? How much did you pay for that street vendor junk? My heart skipped a beat. This jade pendant was a relic from my mother, its emotional value far exceeding its material worth. I mustn't let her break it. But when I recoiled, Lisa became more aggressive, pushing me to the ground. Wow. This texture is good, it doesn't look like street vendor junk. Lisa bent down and tore off my jade pendant. If you dare touch this pendant, I'll make you regret being born. My eyes turned blood red as I stared at her fiercely. Threatening me? Do you even deserve to? Lisa rolled her eyes and stomped the pendant into pieces. Look. This jade ring was given to me by Michael, it's the real deal. She raised her hand, looking down at me, and flaunted it in front of my face. I instantly recognized it as the engagement ring I had given Michael. I was so angry I couldn't speak. This man had given my love token to Lisa? Although I had already lost feelings for Michael, this stimulus still hurt me deeply. I never expected Michael to love Lisa so much. In his eyes, was I just an ATM for his financial demands? Seeing my angry and desperate look, the classmates around Lisa laughed at me. This bitch didn't expect Mr. Chin to give a jade ring worth tens of millions. Did she? What? Upset that your street junk got outclassed by the real thing? The verbal stimulation calmed me down. I just chuckled coldly and silently took out my phone. Michael Chin. Get over here now. Before I could get a response from Michael, Lisa crouched down and slapped me again, knocking my phone out of my hand. What are you talking about? Do you even deserve to call Michael's name? Pretending to be the CEO of Huashan Group? Telling him to get over here. Who do you think you are? Lisa looked at me with utter disdain. stepping on my calf with her high heels and grinding hard. Michael was just playing with you. Did you really think he liked you? You're so full of yourself you don't know who you are. The more Lisa scolded, the colder I looked at her. Keep talking. When he arrives, let's see if you can still laugh. You're wearing a safety lock around your neck. Didn't expect you to be so afraid of death. Ignoring my warning, Lisa's eyes lit up. She crouched down and ripped off the safety lock I was wearing. Your filthy life isn't worth wearing this. Throw it away. I grabbed her hand tightly, pulling hard. Let go of me. Seeing my fierce attitude, Lisa suddenly laughed. What era is this? Still playing with feudal superstitions? Or did Michael get this safety lock for you? My teeth ached with anger, and my hand gripping Lisa trembled. I don't care about the car or the pendant, but you can't touch the safety lock. As I spoke, I tried to climb up from the ground to snatch back the lucky charm. This safety lock was obtained by my mother from a fortune teller on a mountain. When I was 5, I had a strange illness, falling into a coma every day and unable to eat or drink. We went to all kinds of hospitals, but nothing worked. We tried many folk remedies, and the only result was me vomiting blood from the medicine. We spent all our savings seeking treatment abroad, but foreign professors directly told my mother to give up on me. My mother naturally refused to give up. She heard about a very effective fortune teller, carried me, and kowtowed step by step from the foot of the mountain to his residence. The mountain path was extremely long. My mother's forehead was covered in blood, and her knees were skinned to the bone. Poor mother, exhausted from my illness, could barely drink any water. At that time, in her arms, I felt very warm, and I became her only hope to keep going. Unexpectedly, my life was bought with her death, whether it was the will of heaven or not. As soon as my mother obtained the safety lock, she immediately hung it around my neck. Strangely enough, the moment I wore it, I woke up. With her last breath, my mother kowtowed deeply to the fortune teller. Then her neck went limp, and she collapsed to the ground. Even in death, she didn't have the strength to hold me. I know my wretched life has lasted this long only because of the safety lock my mother traded her life for. It's proof of my mother's love and my absolute forbidden line. I will never allow anyone to destroy it. You say I can't touch it? I'll do it just to show you. Lisa grinned maliciously and smashed the safety lock to pieces in front of me. Yellow fragments and a small black and white photo fell at my feet, blurring my vision with tears. Lisa Lynn! My chest ached so intensely I could barely breathe, my words slurring. I want you dead. Strength surged from my heels. I suddenly stood up, pushed Lisa down, and slapped her hard across the face with all my might. It was the most satisfying yet heartbreaking slap of my life. Lisa fell to the ground, her face a disgusting mix of snot and blood. Are you crazy? How dare you hit Sis Lisa? You're asking for death. As I raised my hand again, one of Lisa's sycophants grabbed my hair and yanked me backward. Sis Lisa has the CEO of Huashan Group behind her, her future is limitless. If you damage her brain, can your worthless life pay for it? You little slut who steals men. How dare you hit the rightful owner? Do you really think we won't do anything to you? A group of people swarmed in, kicking and punching me non-stop as I lay knocked down. They only stopped laughing when my mouth and nose bled, and my face was badly bruised. Pa, if it weren't for our classmate bond, we'd have beaten you to death today. Lisa clutched her chin, helped up by a lackey, and spat bloody phlegm on me. The college counselor actually took sides then, little Lisa. Forget it. Why get angry with this lowlife scum? It'll only make you sick. She shot me a contemptuous glance before turning away. Pain rendered me unable to think. I curled up on the ground, gasping for breath. I will make you pay. Even though I was beaten down, the hatred in my heart didn't fade one bit. Pfft. With you? Lisa scoffed. I want to see what price you can make me pay. Just then, a fleet of 100 luxury cars roared in, each worth no less than $2 million. Car doors opened in an orderly line, and burly, suit-clad men stepped out with grim expressions. The grand spectacle silenced everyone on the scene. Even Lisa stood frozen, unable to move, as all eyes turned to the mysterious arrivals. I barely raised my head and saw the license plate of the leading car. It belonged to my company. Relief washed over me. But when Michael Chen stepped out of the front car, my heart clenched. Today, Michael looked more handsome than I'd ever seen him. His crisp black suit accentuated his tall frame, and subtle makeup enhanced his handsome face with rugged masculinity. His striking good looks drew everyone's attention. I could even hear Lisa swallowing hard in secret. Isn't that Mr. Chen from Huaxin Group? No doubt. This entourage. This momentum, so dazzling. Damn. He needs hundreds of bodyguards for his wedding? Incredible. Don't just look at the money, look at Mr. Chen. He's as good-looking as a celebrity. No wonder that bitch Emma clung to him. I envy sis Lisa so much, marrying such a wealthy and handsome man. All the old classmates around Lisa couldn't stop praising the perfect couple. Only I lay embarrassed on the ground, my figure blocked by the crowd. Lisa clearly enjoyed the flattery, swaying her hips as she approached Michael. Tianyang, you're so handsome. Marrying you is truly a blessing from heaven. Through the gap in the crowd, I saw Lisa hook her arm through Michael's. He showed no sign of displeasure, instead smiling happily, a smile millions of times brighter than any he'd given me. We were destined in a past life to be together, Michael said with honey in his eyes. But those words stabbed my heart. In the year we were together and the month we were engaged, he'd never once said he liked me. I'd even proposed to him. Yet the grandeur he now provided belonged to me. But he dedicated it all to Lisa. My disappointment in Michael had reached the point of no return. Mr. Chen, I've heard so much about you. I run a beauty salon across the street from Huaxing. If there's any work, don't forget me. Mr. Chen, I'm Lisa's college roommate. We used to hang out. Could you see if there's a vacant position in your company for me? Hello, Mr. Chen. Here's my business card. I own a restaurant in the city center. Can Huaxing consider contracting me for catering? The moment Michael arrived, these classmates who'd just beaten me senseless swarmed around him like flies. Lisa, basking in Michael's glory, grinned from ear to ear, reveling in the flattery of the sycophants. Michael merely nodded politely, his smile as perfunctory and standardized as when he worked for me. Xiao Qin, Lisa and I have been waiting for you. Finally, you're here. The wedding is about to start. Let's hurry and enter. I can't wait to drink your wedding toast. Lisa's mother stepped over my body, pulling Michael's hand with a wrinkled smile. The crowd echoed her, ushering the couple toward the hotel. Suddenly, police sirens wailed as a squad car drove through the fleet of luxury cars. Freeze! We received a report of gathering to inflict injury here. I saw my driver get out of the police car. When my car was smashed, he'd been beaten too. His right face was swollen like a pig's head, unrecognizable. As a witness, he'd brought the police, instantly dousing the lively wedding scene with cold water. Everyone who'd laid a hand on me subconsciously glanced at my fallen figure, looking guilty as hell. Lisa? You guys beat someone? Michael, unaware of my beating, turned to ask Lisa. She coughed, avoiding his gaze. No big deal, just taught a bitch a lesson for being a shameless mistress. At the word mistress, I saw Michael's face tense, and I chuckled coldly inwardly. Mistress? Who? Seeing Michael pretend not to understand and fearing exposure would cost her him, Lisa prevaricated, no one important, just a stray dog on the street. We hit her. But she's not dead. Right. Who told her to crash the wedding? Everyone knows it's Sis Lisa's big day. We didn't go too far, can't call it gathering to inflict injury. She's still alive. Isn't she? Lisa's lackeys chimed in, making me so angry I nearly choked. Xiao Qin. Don't think too much. She's just a troublemaker who doesn't know any better. I've seen plenty of people like this, just ignore her. Lisa's mother also stepped in to smooth things over, acting as if they could brush it under the rug. Since she came to disrupt my wedding with Lisa, it's only right to teach her a lesson. As long as we don't go too far. Michael's indifference to whether I lived or died made my heart spasm, sending chills down my chest. Officer, you can see it's my wedding day with the CEO of Huashan Group. This low-life social reject is just causing trouble, surely that isn't illegal? Lisa deliberately glared at me, shrugging as she explained to the police. Whether it's illegal isn't for you to decide. The police officer waved her hand, unmoved. Everyone involved in the assault. Come with me for investigation. This sent Lisa and the others into a panic. Officer, be reasonable. If someone ruins my wedding, am I not allowed to fight back? Isn't this bullying? Lisa tugged at Michael. Tianyang, can you intervene? As CEO of Huashan Group, they must respect your opinion. Lisa's mother chimed in, Xiao Qin. We've planned this wedding for so long. Don't let a mistress ruin it. Speak up, we can't lose face in front of all these relatives and friends. Michael hesitated before nodding. Officer, I'm Michael Qin, CEO of Huashan Group. Your department visited us for business guidance last week. Can we let this go? The officer frowned but refused. Each case is separate. Assault is illegal. No exception. He added, unless you settle with the victim privately. Settling privately is easy, I have plenty of money. Michael smiled confidently, ready to use the money I'd given him to buy me off. By the way, where's the person you beat? Lisa immediately led a group to surround me on the ground. Tianyang. It's this bitch. She pointed at my bruised face. I collapsed on the ground, too weak to stand from the bone-deep pain. Michael didn't recognize me under the blood. He sniffed, held his breath, squatted to check my pulse, then stood up. As long as she's not dead. Since she crashed the wedding, she knows I'm the CEO and is after money. Name your price, within reason. I'll pay. Michael's contemptuous tone felt foreign. Using my money to dismiss me like a beggar? What? Silent? Planning to extort me? He sneered. Drop the delusions. With my status, I can destroy you easily. Watching Michael and Lisa share the same mocking smile, I finally saw they were made for each other, the worst of the worst. I'll say it again, I don't waste patience on people like you. It's my big day, don't piss me off. When I stayed silent, Michael crossed his arms, towering over me. $50,000. That's all you're worth to me. Refuse, and I'll have you dragged away. He gestured to his fleet and bodyguards. I wiped blood from my lips, laughing coldly. So I was only worth $50. 000 to him? My annual salary for him, including bonuses, was over $3 million. Not to mention the cars and watches I'd given him, totaling over $5 million. My sincerity was like barking to a dog, only that thought remained. Hey! Still playing dead? Don't waste our time. Classmates jeered. Take the $50,000 for medical bills, you'll have extra to spend. Equal to your annual salary. Be grateful. Truth is, only Mr. Qin is this kind. I'd give you nothing. Homewreckers deserve to die. They resented me getting compensation after being beaten, shooting me dirty looks. I forced myself up, spat blood, and was about to speak when Michael cut me off. Come, drag her away. He took $50, 000 from his wallet and threw it in my face. Humph. I let the bills scatter around me. Face darkening. Michael Chin. Did I spoil you too much? Feed a dog twice, and it wags its tail. I supported you for 3 years, this is how you repay me? Our first meeting was 3 years ago. One night at 2 a.m. after overtime. Hungry. I found an open diner. Michael approached with his ID. Thinking I was an intern. We chatted, he complained about work. Needing company. I listened and learned we were alumni from the same class. I'd been a loner in college. So he was a stranger. Michael. Overly familiar. Offered to drink. I declined. Needing to drive. He got drunk alone. Slurring about unfairness for interns. I pitied him, now I realize his alcohol tolerance couldn't have been so low. Had he been plotting since then? Back then. I didn't see his scheming. Only began noticing him at work. As an intern, he was clumsy, reinforcing my view of him as simple. Later, busy with work, I forgot him until he waited for me downstairs after another late night. He sighed deeply, giving me a scarf he claimed to have knitted. The autumn wind cleared my mind as he leaned on me, saying I was his only friend and about to be fired. He wanted me to keep the scarf as a token. That night, I fell for him. The next day, I used my authority to transfer him to be my personal assistant. Looking back now, he showed no surprise at all when he learned I was a major shareholder of Washing. Blinded by love, I'd missed such details. After arranging him as my assistant, I began mentoring him through key business operations. To be honest, Michael's professional abilities were far from outstanding, but he was meticulous, able to notice when I wasn't feeling well and would make soup for me. He also spoiled me with thoughtful little surprises in daily life. I believed in love growing over time. As days passed, I grew accustomed to Michael's presence. A year ago, I only invited Michael to my birthday dinner. Over candlelight, I formally asked him to date me, and he agreed. I was overjoyed. That year was the happiest I'd been since my mother passed away. With Michael by my side, the world seemed so much brighter. I felt confident enough to climb Mount Everest if I had to. Memories flooded back, escaping escape rooms, riding Ferris wheels, traveling to the Maldives. Life was plain yet happy. A month ago, I naturally took him home to meet my grandparents and we got engaged. They were thrilled, caring nothing about Michael's background. Only that he took good care of me. They generously gave him a $10 million Rolex. Michael hugged me, eyes red from crying, swearing I'd be the only one in his life. He even signed a prenuptial agreement in front of my grandparents, promising he wouldn't claim a penny of my assets if we divorced. After the engagement, our days grew sweeter than ever. He started nagging me about working overtime, and I loved being doted on. When he asked to manage company shares, I let him, seeing it as a chance for him to grow, even as stock prices kept falling. I was there to bail him out. Why? Because I loved him. I'd always thought that as long as I kept being good to him, we'd live happily ever after. Until Lisa's wedding shattered my delusions. I never expected it would take 3 years to see someone clearly. WH. What did you say? Michael froze at my voice, his eye twitching as he instinctively hunched over, looking terrified. Emma Johnson? Before I could respond, Lisa jumped in. Emma, you still don't know your place. What attitude is that with my husband? Old classmates chimed in, comparing Mr. Chin to a dog. You're the dog. Emma. Mr. Chin offered you $50,000, take the deal and leave. Stop causing trouble. Right. How dare you insult Mr. Chin? If not for Sis Lisa's wedding, you'd never even meet someone as exceptional as Mr. Chin. Ignoring their taunts, I looked into Michael's eyes. Michael, I didn't know today was your wedding day. Congratulations. The words grated through my teeth, dripping with heartbreak. Realizing the truth was out, Michael turned pale. Emma, please. Listen to my explanation. Lisa stared at Michael in disbelief. Tianyang? What's wrong with you? Are you scared of this bitch? She shot me a venomous glare. How dare you scare my husband? I'll teach you a lesson today. As Lisa raised her leg to kick me, Michael shoved her to the ground before she could. Tianyang, what's gotten into you? Why are you acting so strange? Lisa scrambled up, forehead sweating, shaking Michael's shoulders. Don't tell me you actually like this bitch. I watched their performance in silence as classmates flicked their eyes between Michael and me. No way. How does this bitch compare to Sis Lisa? Would Mr. Chin really like her? Maybe he's acting to trick her? There'll be a twist to show her place. I get it, Mr. Chin is saving Sis Lisa's face, not wanting to make a scene on their big day. Growing desperate from Michael's silence, Lisa pleaded, Tianyang, I'm your wife. It's fine if you played with her, but you can't truly love her. She gripped his hands tighter. Fuck off. I saw Michael shake off Lisa's hands, his body trembling, whether from fear or anger. I couldn't tell. The outburst silenced everyone, including Lisa. No one expected Michael to snap like that. Even more shockingly, Michael next knelt down, gently wiping the blood from my face and forcing out tears. Honey, I was wrong. Please listen to me. His sudden about-face, just short of kneeling, left everyone dumbfounded. Lisa staggered back in horror. Did I hear right? Mr. Chin called this bitch honey? Wait. Let me process this. What the hell is happening? Recovering. Classmates turned to Lisa. Her lips quivered, face paler than paper, as she collapsed to the ground. Tianyang. This isn't real. Why are you apologizing to her? This bitch is ruining our marriage. Why are you sorry? She braced herself on the ground, shaking her head wildly. You said you'd love me forever. You gave me gifts, took me on yachts, said we'd get our license today. Why call her honey? No. This can't be real. Michael Chin, tell me this isn't real. Lisa's veins bulged with hysteria. Michael turned to Lisa, eyes cold. Shut your filthy mouth. Lisa, I was just playing with you. The only one I love is Emma Johnson. Listen clearly, my heart belongs to Emma forever. His words rang clear, sounding like a deliberate attempt to please me. In reality, I knew he didn't love me, he was just afraid of losing the wealth I'd given him. Honey, I was just fooling around with her. With you by my side. How could I ever fancy someone like her? Michael turned to me, smiling softly as usual, thinking I'd still fall for his act. Lisa stood stunned, as if struck by lightning. Is that so? I chuckled coldly, pushing him away and slowly standing up. Tell me, when did you start plotting to get close to me? 3 years ago when we first met? When we started dating a year ago? Or the night we got engaged? My calm words pierced Michael's heart. He avoided my gaze, clearly searching for excuses. I didn't. Honey, listen to me. I really didn't. I gave him half a minute, but his performance disappointed me. Not even bothering to make up lies? It seemed he had indeed been scheming to approach me from the start 3 years ago. All along, I was the only fool giving my heart. How ridiculous, I'd mistaken this for undying love. Really? Honey, I never did anything to betray you. I promise. It won't happen again, no. There'll be no next time. Michael knelt, pulling at my hand, begging for forgiveness. In his eyes, I saw only panic. No love. Even now, he hadn't realized his mistake. Just feared losing his status and wealth. Michael Chin. Lisa went berserk at seeing him grovel like a dog. She's a slut. Do you know what you're doing? Begging a slut for mercy. Michael gritted his teeth, shooting her a ruthless glare. Slut? Lisa. You're the slut. Without Emma, I'm nothing. She's the major shareholder of Huasheng Group. You, who even ask me for money to eat, aren't worth a fraction of Emma. His roar silenced everyone. The suited bodyguards behind the crowd finally recognized me, pushing through to bow respectfully. MS. Johnson. Their chorus echoed loudly. Time seemed to stop. No one could be that dense. They all realized who I was. Faces mirrored Michael's horror, understanding they'd messed with the wrong person. I scanned their faces one by one, then nodded firmly at the police. Officer. Everyone here participated in the assault and willfully damaged my property. I, Emma Johnson, refuse any mediation. Please prosecute to the fullest extent. The officer snapped out of shock. MS. Johnson. We take your report very seriously. Arrest them, call more cars and cuff everyone. While the police worked, I had my legal team prepare valuations for all damaged items. After treating my wounds briefly, I went to the police station with the documents. The atmosphere there was stifling. My former classmates, who'd been so vicious earlier, now cowered like frostbitten eggplants, too afraid to meet my eyes. They'd beaten me recklessly because they thought Lisa's backer was Michael, CEO of Huasheng. Now exposed, they saw Lisa was the real slut, and the actual head of Huasheng had been bullied by them. This stunning reversal made them want to tear Lisa and Michael apart. Worst of all, they faced compensation and detention for the damage and assault. Frankly, given the severity, they could spend months in jail without my forgiveness. After recording my statement and matching property damage with my injuries, the police calculated the total compensation, 350 million yen, $50 million. The figure left them dumbfounded. 350 million yen? We just smashed a car, we didn't kill her. Why so much? We can't afford that even if we sell our whole family. Officer. Recalculate, how can it be over 300 million yen? Yeah. Her car's just a Panamera, maybe worth tens of millions at most. They underestimated my wealth. I sneer, producing the purchase contract and invoice. World's only custom-made Porsche Panamera. Valued at 580 million yen, $83 million. I didn't charge you full price since it's used. Am I being too lenient? Silenced by my words, they hung their heads. The officer snorted. Consider yourselves lucky. At full value, you'd need 500 million yen, $71 million, to get out of here. Huasheng Group is a top 10 global enterprise. MS. Johnson stays low-key. Off the rich lists, otherwise. She'd be in the top 3. Stop doubting her. Whether it's intentional injury or property damage. We respect MS. Johnson's decision, no mediation. The officer's words hit them like a thunderbolt. How could they pay 350 million yen? Realizing they couldn't afford it. Some got desperate. Emma. We were college classmates for 4 years, you can't be this harsh? Yeah. You're worth billions, what's this pocket change? For old time's sake. Let it go. Emma. We know you just want to teach us a lesson. Not send us to jail. You know our situations. We'll work for you as servants, just let it go. Others chimed in. But I only sneer. Did I not warn you? Or did you ignore me? Brave enough to smash but not pay? Where's the fierceness you had when destroying my car and beating me? Or do you think being rich makes me deserve to be beaten? If I weren't a washing director, would you have realized your mistake? I'd never offended any classmate in 4 years. Yet they'd trampled me mercilessly. I'm human, I get angry. I disdain trivial fights. But that doesn't mean I won't seek justice. An eye for an eye. A tooth for a tooth, that's my creed. If I hadn't achieved what I have, I might have been beaten to death like an ordinary person. Seeing I showed no mercy, these old classmates panicked completely. They knew pleading with me was useless. So they turned their anger on Lisa, the bride of the day. Lisa, you leech, stop imitating Emma and showing off. Look at this mess, how will you fix it? Right. Turns out the one calling others sluts is the real slut. Lisa, if it weren't for your drama, would we be in this mess? You still wanted to take over washing group? How delusional are you? Lisa? Yeah. This whole thing is your fault. You pay the compensation, we want nothing to do with it. Beaten and cornered. Lisa snapped. Shut up. Weren't you all enjoying beating Emma earlier? Now you blame me? Have you no shame? You all licked my boots before, now that I'm down. You scatter like stray dogs. How are you different from animals? I won't pay a cent, I can't. If we're going down, we all go to jail together. After the day's crushing blows. Lisa cursed them back recklessly. Without police intervention, the station would have become a brawl ring. But farce remains farce. I coldly watched the dog-eat-dog show. Finally, after police reviewed surveillance frame by frame, everyone's punishment was determined. The main culprits were undoubtedly Lisa and her lackeys, all others involved were charged as accessories. Those who owed compensation paid. Those who deserved imprisonment went. And some did both. To my surprise, even now Lisa hadn't given up on Michael. Tian Young. For the sake of our time together, can you plead with Emma for me? At least give me time to raise the money, where can I get it all at once? Lisa sobbed. Her face twisted in despair. Michael, who hadn't participated in the violence, stood in the station corner. Seeing Lisa's pathetic state, he couldn't help but plead with me. Emma, honey, isn't this too harsh? You know Lisa's family situation. For my sake, write her a letter of forgiveness. Crossing my arms, I glared at Michael. You're sake? Do you really think your opinion holds any weight with me? Michael Chen? You lied to me for 3 years. And now you're begging for your mistress. Do you honestly take me for a fool? Without another word, I turned and left. By the case's end, no one involved could pay the compensation, and all were sent to prison. In jail, Lisa was tortured until she went insane. I threw myself into work, losing all desire to pursue love. Though I sometimes recalled Michael's fake tenderness, I never let it move me. 3 years later, I saw news about Michael. Gigolo marries into wealthy family. Cheats. Gets nothing in divorce. I turned off the video halfway. Human nature never changes. Some people are like dogs that can't stop eating filth.